Okay, so today's question is, what is the Deutsch Removable Bridge? Or what is a removable bridge at all? And it comes down to everything old is new again. This is an old technology, but with the improvements of modern technology has made some older techniques more effective and maybe in some cases more desirable. There is a process out there called all-in-4, a method to place implants in a fashion to avoid bone grafts, whether it be sinus lifts or because of where the nerve on the lower jaw is. We might be limited in space, and so 4 implants may be as good as we can get. However, we can attach arches of restorations to 4 implants to restore an entire arch, an entire bridge, upper and lower, 4 implants per arch. So it's called all-on-4, but what we're finding is typically what is being used to restore that arch is acrylic, like a denture, but without the pink part, or very much of a pink part that it gets screwed in place. What happens is because it's screwed in place, it doesn't get removed very often, if ever. And over time, because it is acrylic, the porosity of the acrylic makes it so that the smell, or there becomes a taste, or both, that is impossible to remove. And so usually the all-on-4 procedure, about 8 to 10 years later, people aren't too thrilled with the smell and the taste and want a solution. And really the only choice at that point is to replace it. We're going to either remake the entire thing exactly as it was before, or we can make it out of porcelain. When you start going with an all porcelain or more durable materials that doesn't have that porosity, the cost goes up considerably. Now, another alternative is to take those same implants, those 4 implants, and instead of having something that's screwed in place, have what we call telescopic abutments. In this case, with the Deutsch Removable Bridge, the telescopic abutments are going to be made of a material called zirconia. Because the zirconia will wear against a metal housing, as it gets removed, the wear and tear is minimized. Metal to metal will wear out over time, and the retention is compromised. So with the newer materials, we can make things last a lot longer. The other nice thing is because it's removable, it's easier to clean. You still have the benefit of things not covering the roof of the mouth. Most of the complaints is how the roof of the mouth feels with dentures. So this still takes away the palate, takes away the roof of the mouth. But it's a removable option. So more maintainable, more cleansable, and as such, the funky taste or smell it does not happen. So the durability or longevity of the restoration, the investment itself, is going to last longer. And usually the cost might be a little bit less than the all-on-4 otherwise would have been. So it's not half the price, but it might be a little bit of a savings, especially if it ends up lasting a lot longer. Then it's going to be a lot cheaper because of its durability. So the Deutsch Removable Bridge is making use of telescopic abutments. It's a denture that is removable, but because of its parallelism or its path of insertion or draw, the retention is almost as good as if it was screwed in place. And I say almost only because if it's screwed in place, the retention is 100%. But the Deutsch Removable Bridge is an alternative to an all-on-4 procedure or an upgrade from a current all-on-4 procedure. So if you already have an all-on-4 bridge that you need upgrading or changing out, or even if you've got all-on-6 or all-on-8, but want something better, then give us a call.
Dr. Timmerman is known internationally with licenses in multiple states in the United States, plus Belgium and Dubai, for cosmetic, implant, and sleep dentistry, with fellowships in the International Congress for Oral Implantology and the Academy of General Dentistry, and a diplomate in the American Board of Dental Sleep Medicine. If you would like to become a patient of Dr. Timmerman or simply have questions, please go to our website, www.drtimmerman.com. That is www.drtimmerman.com. Or call us at 206-241-5533. Or you could email questions for an episode of a future podcast at thewholetoothpodcast@gmail.com.